We're gonna get you. I don't know how long it's
Dude,
gonna take me,
everybody's
Daniel.
been telling me to do it. I'm just kind of fearful.
Listen, no, we're gonna get you on testosterone and we're gonna get you on a healthy diet. I don't know how long it's gonna take us. We're gonna get you there. Listen, you competed for a long time. At some point, you're really smart, and you're gonna say, "Yeah, this is what I want to do." I don't know what it is, but it'll happen.
I just fear, man. I'm so crazy. It doesn't make any sense. Hey, listen. So last week,
Wait, what did that have to do with what I said?
no, because I'm just crazy, bro. And I fear that I don't want to be what I was when I was younger. I was so out of my mind. I was out of my mind.
You're talking about or what?
Testosterone. I heard that on
no, not testosterone, but also diet. You're gonna figure it out.
Diet.
You're going to. I promise.
Okay,
Give
okay.
A few more years.
I will. Not 1 year. 6 months. Okay. Give me 6 months. Oh, Islam told me to get on a diet. Yeah. Forget those guys. Those guys.
Listen, we care about you, Daniel. We care about you. Maybe it's just because you entertain us. We don't know. But I want you to live longer. I want you to be around here for a while.
I think right now I'm probably gonna live to the right sweet age of 80. That's it for me. Once I hit 80,
that's all you want.
Once I hit 80, the upper room for me. Hey, but listen, Ben, UFC 307 was last weekend. Mm-hmm. And I think that our expectation for Salt Lake City has gotten so great that when we get a card like last weekend, it didn't feel like it made you feel when we left Salt Lake City all those other years. What did you make of the card in general? Like, it just kind of felt like it wasn't what it used to be when you're there.
Well, I think I honestly feel like I said this on the show that it wasn't a super great card.
I thought it was good on paper.
It was good. I remember the one thing I said when I look at this card and I look at UFC 308, I'm like, oh my God, UFC 308, that's going to be a lot of fun. There's the Magomedov guy who's really good, Ankalaev's really good, Chimaev and Whitaker is fun, Holloway and Tapuria. They did have Gane and Volkov, right, which got taken off that card. Like, that card was stacked. You have Rafael Dos Anjos on the undercard. So I think when we compare to 308, it was maybe not as great. And then, sometimes you look at cards and say, I'm not all that excited. And then the fights go nuts, right? And then sometimes you're like, oh, not all that excited. And then they end up being not really great fights either.
That's what last weekend felt like.
Yeah.
But Alex Pereira is becoming like easily the greatest star in mixed martial arts.
Yes.
But last weekend, he was hurt going in to the point that he didn't know that he would even compete.
Yeah.
How much more respect does that make you have for the champion?
Yeah, it's great. And I think he's fought 5 times in the last 16 months? Was that the stat?
He's defended that belt 3 times in 7 months.
3 times in 7 months. I think it was 5 fights in the last 16 months, which is, compared to the other champions, it's just incredibly active. You look at someone like Jon Jones, 1 time in 4 years. Other fighters have been where they don't fight frequently. He just fights all the time, which is kind of
what Jon Jones. You really don't like Jon Jones. You don't like it's like you don't want to say it, but you don't like Jon Jones. Huh?
You know what I don't like? Okay, so I would say, especially John's early career, absolutely like greatest of all time status. But because we've talked about so many times on the show, I'm annoyed that he's not fighting Tom Aspinall. I think it's so stupid. I can't believe Dana's allowing it. Stipe hasn't fought in 4 years either. It's just a really weird thing that I can't get over. Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Back to Pereira though, he's super which is making him a superstar. Other champions should probably take note of that. And I think it builds up stories. You think about Michael Jordan, the famous flu game.
Oh, okay. So stop.
What?
Stop it right now. You said Michael Jordan. Let me ask you this now. Dude, I swear to God, you guys paint me into this way where it almost makes me feel like I'm hating on Pereira.
You don't like Michael Jordan?
I love Pereira. Huh?
You don't like Michael Jordan?
I love Michael Jordan. But I'm saying, like, Usman said that to me the other day, that Jon Jones is the Michael Jordan of MMA. And now you making this comparison. Ben.
What?
Okay.
There was subpar conditions. He had a short training camp. He had an injury, and he decided to compete anyways, and he found a way to get it done. And I think that's the mark of a champion. And that was
you're talking about the flu game.
Yeah, the
Oh,
flu
you're
game.
talking about the flu game.
The flu
In
game.
one singular instance, he was like Michael Jordan.
Well, yeah. I mean, but that is, if you think about, like, there's a lot of athletes that have almost career-defining moments when there's some type of injury, hardship, or adversity that they have to deal with in order to get over. And, in fighting, the really weird thing that happens in fighting a lot is we don't actually see this because you can just delay your fight. If you're the champ, you say, hey, give me a month, give me 6 weeks.
Yep.
The NBA Finals is the NBA Finals. The Super Bowl is the Super Bowl. Like, when those things are going to happen, they're going to happen. You can't just say, hey, no, give me 4 more weeks. So we don't always see fighters deal with adversity and hardship. And so it's great when, Alex pops in there, even when he's maybe not 100%.
I heard he was hurt very bad. Hurt very bad going into that fight. And he went to Utah not knowing if he was going to fight. But let me ask you this. In light heavyweight used to be the home of the wrestler. Yes. I want you to put in your computer right now, UFC light heavyweight rankings 2007.
We talked about this. There's none of them. At middleweight too.
How is that even possible?
Hey, a lot of the best wrestlers stop fighting. Hey, you know who's a good wrestler? Who's going to be a good fighter? And I want to give you the floor to get pumped up here. Jacoby Smith.
Ben,
he can fight.
Stupid?
What?
Ben, he is managed by Zinkin.
I know. I'm telling you, don't give him some juice right now.
I'm the one he's the man.
I know it's Moko Mistake. I'm giving you the floor to like say this guy's going to be a beast.
Did you see his natural skills the other day?
He's good. Because his buddy Tristan Moran always told me that he was he a boxer when he was a kid too or something? Like, he did something like that where he's got hands too.
He's so good. He's going to be really good. He reminds me of a lot of those guys that are real good. But Ben, there are no wrestlers. And I think that Pereira at some point is going to have to beat one of those guys to cement himself as one of the greatest of all time. Well, because at the end of the day, right now, he's still just kickboxing everybody he's fighting.
But that's a fight is a fight. And so it's Alex can't control who gets to the top of the ranking.
You're right.
That's not his thing. And he's one of the guys you absolutely cannot accuse him of cherry picking. He's the one that he showed up 5 times in 16 months. Nobody else does that once they get the title. So it's just a weird thing, and it just happens. And yes, I think you think, and I think you're probably right, that he is maybe vulnerable against a really good wrestler. And, when he's considering this, Tom Aspinall or Jon Jones, and maybe
that's the problem with Aspinall. He's a big kid that can wrestle.
And Jon Jones also, right? Jon Jones is really high-level wrestler, grappler. And so but maybe if he went and challenged one of those guys, maybe that's the thing that would make him like a GOAT. Like,
I think he's already okay in the conversation. Hell, bro, you know that in the last 7 months, he tied the record with me for most light heavyweight title defenses in modern UFC history.
Really?
3. He's defended about 3 times already. It's like Jon Jones with all those defenses, me and Alex. And then
as number 2, Jon was first.
Yes, Jon was number 1. Of course, Jon has like 12 defenses.
Well, I thought maybe he got busted, and I was thinking maybe he got like 2, and then he got popped.
Like Jon Jones,
then he came back and got 2 more or something to that effect. I don't know.
You're so funny, dude. Ben.
Well, I can't memorize his career. I know he got popped multiple times and got stripped of the belt. I know that much. What? These are just facts. I'm not.
These are facts. These are facts.
Okay.